Hello everyone, we are back for some lovely Ace Attorney. So let's get to it, shall we? Yep, let's load the save data. December the 28th, 9:51 AM. District Court's Defendant Lobby, number 2. Hello Thomas, welcome to the stream my boy. Howdy. Hope you are doing well these days. For me, I'm doing well as well. This is it, Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. I'm good. That's lovely to hear, my boy. Fairly good. Wait, what the fuck? What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. You only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my running with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Good evening, brother. Hello, Leroy. Welcome to the stream, my boy. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edroth is looking glum as always. I hope Fan Karma doesn't push him too hard. What? What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Wow, pal! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edward. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised. I have captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shot I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Sure thing, pal. December 28th, 10 AM, District Court, room number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Oh, right. Very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Van Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker had been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was a murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Hello, Andre. Welcome, my dude. Objection, Your Honor. This innocent Ash Ketchum is innocent because we have been fooled by testimony from the suspect team, not Karma. Anybody but that clown. Don't worry, I think he's only in it for a chapter or 2. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in a boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. See, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. That doesn't make sense, bro. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. I know, right? Imagine not knowing your own name. Yeah, what is your name? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's Potato McGee. Yanni Yogi. You are Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, press him. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Fankama and Yanni Yogi. But I wasn't running away or anything. Yeah, sure thing, bud. Then why did you leave? It's just about to say why. Is it hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. I know, right? I went to buy some pet food for Polly. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmet, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Fan. Come on, no one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. Okay, press him again. You have lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, it seems like it. Then could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you are lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old cougar's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you have come to your senses, Mr. White. Very well, witness. Please continue. Honestly, this is triggering me, bro. This is legit triggering me. Okay. What do you mean you don't have any of those motive thingies? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. White. No, this witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. White? Yes, Your Honor. You have been saying the same thing now over and over. You have been calling the witness' memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course it does. Because he's the murderer. What the fuck? Of course, Your Honor, the witness has said he has nothing to do with this case or and no motive. but both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho! Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Fan Karma. Mr. White, please say us this witness' name. Gregory Edruff, Yanni Yogi, Robert Hammond. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DO6 incident. If Vickers the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisk. Jump into conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the courts? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, that means I am cooked. I am baked. That's what it means. Okay. Yes, I'm doing it, bro. I'm doing it. Then I have got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we will compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. White. What? Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burnt my fingers working with the stuff here. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burnt your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. White? It seems the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that you might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk. Well, Mr. White, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comedy relief. Oh, thanks for the lovely idea. Yeah, very funny. You are a sore winner, Fan Karma. Yeah? Cross-examine his parrot, yeah? Backfired, my guy. What? What is it, Nick? No, you are not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Fan Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Fan Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Bro. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Fan Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. I object your objects with objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Fan Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you are so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it, bruh. Let the pirate take the stand. What the fuck is happening? Hey, I'm back. Welcome, Leroy. Of course, examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Van Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot! What the fuck, bro? Was peeling potatoes and dice them up and put them to fry. Nice suit, my dude. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. This is absolutely insane, bro. Certainly the most concise testimony so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Yeah, we're absolutely cooked. Hello, Scrap! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have you forgotten something? What's your name? What's the safe? Yeah, what's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Scrap! Mr. White, I think we have established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course. Yes, it does. Because if she claims that she is Polly, then she will know the truth of who her owner is, in terms of his actual name. But fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you are talking the bluff a little too far? Listen, we are not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We are here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is Yanni Yogi. File of the DLC, I would say photograph of the scene of the murder. I would say is this of the DL6 case file. Can we check it? Does it say Yanni Yogi in here? They've trapped in the elevator. Yanni Yogi, I would say is this. The DL6 case file. Oh. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file is the information connected to the parrot's name? Oh fuck. I'm cooked. I'm cooked, right. Elevator. Trapped in the elevator. Courtroom. Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yeah, so it's on number page 3. Suspect data, case summary. Let's make sure that we're selecting the correct one. Case summary, suspect data. There we go. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed. It does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible. Bruh, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 12 years old. What the fuck? Indeed. Alone, it is weak for the evidence in a murder trial. We will need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we are getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Oh my god, how am I going to do this? It must be somewhere in the case file. Very well, witness. You may continue. It's Polly. Quack, quack. Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah. Let him. Wait, what the fuck? Did it just skip? Okay, there we go. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe you are speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay, so hello squad. So that's the leg photo, the top C. What I could do is probably show the case summary again. I could try do the DL6 case file. Yeah, let's do the case file. Since we haven't pressed her on other stuff yet. Oh, okay. So it's new dialogue now. I thought it was the same dialogue. Have we forgotten something? What's the safe number? What's your name? I just need to go to the actual case files. So I need to try and pair them up together. But the thing is, I could just show the I mean, what I could do is ask her for the safe number. Yeah, I think I could ask her for the safe number. So let's do the DL6 first. Skip all the dialogue. I think I have to answer for the suspect data. Yeah, so what I need to do is ask for the code word because we found this evidence to begin with. Then we could link it with the actual evidence that we have had. Yeah, let's go. We just need that safe number. Okay, press the button. Yep, what's the safe number? Maybe I will get her to say the number of that safe, huh? The safe? Why? Let's try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228! 1228! Why, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. White, you ain't claiming that this number has anything to do with the caretaker. It does, because it was in the caretaker's safe. Wait, I'm so confused. Right. There's the DL6. 1228. Yeah, that shows the date of the actual case itself. So it's the case summary. Actually, it does. That's why I had her to say it. But ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Because of the day. Yeah, the case summary. Yeah, it's the case summary.
Take that!
The DL6 file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. White, where in this file is something related to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Especially I can't say that word. The date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December the 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that page, on that safe, is 12228. Oh! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 001 because I'm number one. Fuck, bro. Thanks for telling us your bank details, my guy. This has nothing to do with a date, nothing. That's enough. I think we have reached a conclusion here. This is mere coincidence, that's all. Sure, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. I'm gonna start watching that anime of this. Yeah, the anime is quite fun to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. What the fuck has happened to you? I have accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. But well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So why was it who was it who killed Robert Hammond and tried to blame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on a witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me look innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the person who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Van Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Frank Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Frank Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. But why? What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise an objection, leave it to Edgeworth. Oh my... Should I leave it to Edgeworth? Should I really leave it to Edgeworth? If I leave it to Edgeworth, it's gonna be guilty. If I raise an objection, what would that exactly do? Fuck. But if I raise an objection, this man might pull some bullshit. And Van Karma, who was just smirking, would say, let's hear the man out. Yeah, let's leave it to Edgeworth. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. Hey, I got the not guilty verdict, bro. On my case, so I call that a dub. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am the guilty for the DL6 incident. The statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime? A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. That's not really logical, bro. Mate, we need, yeah, exactly. We need a recess at least. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. The court is adjourned. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, no way we're gonna do a trial straight away, bro, for DL6. I'm not even prepared for that. I'm sorry, Wright. I have just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you going to do? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Mr. Edgeworth is innocent. What? What are you talking about, pal? You just admitted to it. I know, right? This man just admitted to it. What do you mean, bro? Okay, how the fuck is this going to play out? Okay, how... This man admitted to killing him. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream? It's not real. The truth is right here, in this court record. In any case, tighten up your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you are innocent, trust me. But White. Imagine confessing your guilt from 15 years ago because you had it in a dream. No way that lands up well in court, because that's just a dream. You're not officially convincing the court of your actual guilt because it didn't happen. Now then, I would like to resume my own trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I like to run this one by the book. I see, does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Van Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very right. Will Mr. Miles Edgeworth take the stand? You donut. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi and wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. But the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Van Kammer was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Van Kammer, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. Okay, let's disable you. I don't remember the details. That was when Edruff pointed out the problem in Van Kammer's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Okay, let's go back and press that. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help. Okay, press him. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... What was it? It was a gun, a pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up, what happened next? Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you are saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they have echoed in my head every day. That gunshot, that horrible scream. That scream? To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. But you better find out quick. So he said he heard a scream, right? But there was only 3 of them in there. So I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking... Because he said there was a gunshot and then a scream. But how could that be? If it was only 3 of them. So I think it's still part of the DL6 incident. Since we just don't have any more evidence. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator, returning from a lost trial with his son, Miles Edruff, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Yeah, there it is. He says that... So if 1 weapon was found in the heart, what happened to the 2nd bullet then? Since it was fired twice. Yeah, so it is the victim data. Yeah, he says, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because what happened to the 2nd gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This is plainly contradicts the witness testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony victim data, since it was fired twice, and he claimed it only fired once? It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only had one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was an accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So you fired the remaining shot. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you are aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. How did you know it was fired twice? You just admitted that it did fire twice, compared to the document of the DL6 incident that we have. It might have been fired the day before the incident. How can it be fired the day before the incident? There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice. As we have heard, one of those shots were fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? Autopsies, Robert, date of taken automatically. An photograph DL6 incident. There's just a photograph found in the victim's bullet twice. So did one shot accidentally miss and the other shot actually hit its target? If it works like that. Photograph of the scene of the crime, taken from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Do you still have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Still bears clear ballistic markings. Okay, what does this show? It doesn't really show much. Actually, yes, it does show. Because how can he have died if the bullet hits the elevator window? Yeah, this is clear proof. Yes. From the photo alone. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Frank, I must save your surprise for after you have seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. White, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Yeah, because of the... Yeah, it's because of this. Yeah, because the original shot went through the lift's window, while the actual shot went through the victim's cold, dead body. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. It's right here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. White, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edruff's heart, and the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. White, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. White, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary page, that's on page 1. Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the bullet had indeed been fired twice, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. So I'm guessing the other part is from that photo that we got. Right. He does have a point. Fuck. He kind of got me there. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claims Gregory Edruff's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. White has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Van Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. Well, okay, so if the second bullet was not found, how did that hole in the elevator came to be then? Unless if someone from outside shot Gregory when Gregory was standing in the elevator doorway. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you going to do, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my contradictions are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edruff declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edruff. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edruff before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So, you killed your father? No, that was not your intention? Yes, I did. No, he's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. Fuck. I have an objection. You can't leave it like this. Your Honor, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. White, on what grounds do you object? Nick, I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no. God, it must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? No, nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems Waiton is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. White. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet, it existed. What? But we have just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright, because it went through the elevator door. Was there any pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? The murderer had to find it. The murderer didn't need it. Of course, there was a need. That's why they took it. Right, what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is the bullet reprieve proof. The murderer was cautious. I would say it's because the murderer was cautious. But at the same time, I think I dug myself in the hole. I would say the murderer... Oh, fuck. Sorry for my language. Yeah, the bullet would be proof, no? If the bullet had been proof of the gun being shot, I'm gonna go for this, Hail Mary. Maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken a bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh. Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Alright, Mr. White, have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. Fuck. Why was there a pressing need for? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Eck. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You are thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. White! Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking a bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Sir, Mr. White, what do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Well, maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? You're just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have taken it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform a surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. But what if that's actually really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot. And they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But that's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yoki, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Objection! The two men fight inside of the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens up the elevator door, sees the men inside. Mr. White, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you are grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grosberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trail record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Van Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Van Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock? But he took it because he was injured. Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Van Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. White? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have injected the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yeah, say it now, bro. Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. White. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. Be what? Van Karma. Van Karma? That man's grin, bro. You mean the Van Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? But you don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you are claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. White? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Frank Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Frank Karma pull the bullet out by himself? We still have that bullet. We still have that bullet record. We still have this bullet record. No, you couldn't have. You can't just pull the bullets out of yourself. I mean, you kinda can. Well, does that mean that bullet has to be somewhere? But where? Well, Mr. White, can you provide evidence to prove that I was shot? Yeah, it was that bullet casing, bro. You dropped that bullet casing. You dropped that fucking bullet casing. You can't gaslight me. He cannot gaslight me. He dropped the bullet casing. I think that was the bullet casing that he dropped. Oh, wait. So, wait, what if, a crazy thing, what if he couldn't take the bullet out of his chest because he couldn't operate on himself and he couldn't get a doctor? What if the bullet is still inside of him? That could be a theory. I will even use evidence. I know how much you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Frank Karma was shot? It couldn't be this because that was from Edgeworth's heart. So this doesn't even include in their case at all. I would say this metal detector. Because I bet you the bullet is still in him. Frank Karma is perfect. He wouldn't miss surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Frank Karma performed surgery on himself. So there might be residue of the bullet sigils inside of him. You don't mean? I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Frank Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Frank Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside of you. Order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we would be allowed to use a metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Frank Karma, you would submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. I think either the bullet is still inside of him, or he has the bullet sigils inside of him. And he took out the bullet. It reacted. Something inside of his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Frank Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder had no relation to DL6. But why didn't you say that to begin with? Why didn't you say this was a bullet from another case? But you didn't. Instead, you acted guilty. But Mr. Fankama, can you prove that? Proof? I have no objection to prove anything. It is Mr. White. You must prove something, yeah? Not I. Mr. White, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Mr. Fankama's shoulder was from DL6? Yeah, if we match it from the gun, of course. Of course he can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we do have one evidence, which is the back casing for the bullet. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. Oh, sorry, Mr. White. No, I'm the one. You sorry, Mr. Fankama. What? What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? You would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth. I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Yeah, because of the bullet casing. If we match the bullet casings with each other, that means he's guilty. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is a bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings on the fingerprints of the weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other, Mr. Fankama, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, and if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Meh. Mr. Fankama, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we will compare the ballistic markers to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Fankama? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I will stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away! Get away from my father! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Fankama, it was you who screamed. Mr. Fankama? Right. Oh, you were dead to find me! So it was you. You and your father are my cuts. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I will bury you with my bare hands. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Fankama, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I have covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. I can't say that word. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tis, tis, tis. You would have thought that another man would have to come to open that elevator door. Judge. Well, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. Well, shouldn't we be arresting that man? Since the statute of limitations ends today. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Fankama. It's even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now, it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right, yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You are welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Nah, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Ooh. Amazing how you pulled through just like I thought you would. I will never forget this. I will owe you £1. And tonight as party, dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. Who cares? Relatable. See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar, even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yay! Well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Oh, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quickly. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Oh, why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Carice. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen this one coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Harry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38. Lord! What a red amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Wait, 38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? Wait, it was Larry that done it! No! No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came in the school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events ahead. Edgeworth? You should have told me. No, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations have run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionless. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. The death sentence for the both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up. I will take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on town that night. We celebrated Edruff's newfound freedom, even though Edruff himself was still in detention. December the 29th, 5:02 a.m. White and Co. Law Offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this, a letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edruff too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I have decided to go back to my training. I will become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Gert, the first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya? So, you are leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you will do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edruff without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I've heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one you couldn't help. I was so useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Frankama, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. Because of Polly. Sorry, Nick. I guess I don't understand. Uh-oh, now I think about it. I don't understand this evidence either. It's okay. You don't have to try and cheer me up. But one day I'll come back and be useful, I promise. I think it was because of the bullet casing. So this is it. See you soon, Maya. Honestly, she's gonna be OP once she unlocked her spirit medium. Thanks, Nick. Bruh. I'm kinda sad. I'm kinda sad that she has to go. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you have graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Hey pal, Mr. Edruff came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap plate. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately, you know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him the ropes. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney from who I wrote that audit to. Oh, you should know, I've taken over the management at the Gateway Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Yeah, oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Oh yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? How he's doing? Haven't seen him of late. Oh, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. And she goes off on a tangent. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is a hit. Sure own Mr. Wright a great deal, Sniff. Oh, I'm keeping my public face out. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Right? Who's that? Oh, you want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess. Alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. And what a dog. It was kind of shock for a boy at my tender age. Yeah, I remember Mr. Wright, that lawyer guy. Me? I'm in training to become a phenomenal photographer. You know the picture I took of everyone? Well, just stand behind them, there's a ghost. For real, now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh my god, that is just wholesome. Victory! Wait, that wasn't the end? A brand new episode has been added. Oh? Do you like to save your progress? Hell yeah. Okay guys, I would just leave it off right here for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care and do enjoy the rest of your day, evening and night. And I catch you guys later. Bye everyone.